Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Through the Years. Once I select the emulator and I can actually move again. Today we're going to actually take on our first trainer battle of the series. And I switched out Blubber for Fred because let's go heal up first and foremost. I switched out Blubber for Fred because obviously we weren't going to bring Blubber at all. And I figured let's go with an early game kind of Pokemon because if I could have gone with like something like Real Mom, right? The Kangaskhan, which is a fairly powerful Pokemon this early on in the game. But I also figured, you know what? I'm never going to use something like a Weedle unless it's in a context like this, very early game. And I'm not expecting Fred to survive this generation. I'm just hoping that Fred will be able to back me up where needed. So our team at the moment, closer would have been a Dupes clause anyway. Our team at the moment is different from the one that I'm seeing right now on my screen, but it is Gallet, Fred, and Nuke. Those three together should be fairly good. I was kind of iffy on taking Fred because obviously we do already have a poison type. So Beedrill isn't a poison type there, is the thing, right? So Beedrill is a bug and flying type, but it learns Poison Sting, a lot of poison type moves, I do believe, and it kind of like does the same thing as a lot of poison types would. Talking about poison types, you have Poison Sting, that is not very good for me. So I was a little bit hesitant, I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit hesitant to go with Fred there, but I didn't really have much else in the way of options, so we just kind of went with it. I am pressing start, actually, that is start. I'm pressing start every single time to open the menu, but I have to press X in this game. So let's get a couple of levels on both Nuke and Fred. I think I should be able to, especially now that I have Absorb, safely switch into Gallet to switch train a little bit, and that is not going to be good for me. You are actually a poison type, so that's not going to work for me, is it? I guess Gallet with just, what do you have? Tackle? Pound? Tackle. This could be scary. Let's pay attention here for like a moment. Okay. Last episode I talked about only gameplay related things, and I must say something to you guys. It feels really weird to be recording right now because it's not 8 PM, it's not 9 PM, it's not even 10 PM. It's 4:30 PM, and I haven't recorded a video before like 7 or 8 PM in about a month. As I talked about last episode, I've been very busy with a work project. I finished that last night, right around the time actually that the first episode of this went live. I finished that, I sent it to the client, I haven't heard back from him yet, but hopefully it'll be good now, which means that actually I've got a Saturday and a Sunday mostly all to myself. So I'm going to be recording like crazy because my backlog has just been annihilated by doing that project. And I can also pick up the other channel I had started, Perspective on Story. I made one video and then that project started. And that one video had like 90 views now, which is actually not bad. And I'm going to work on the second episode of that series there, which is going in depth about every single Avatar episode back to back to back to back to back, from the very first episode to the very last episode. And I also have an idea about 2 videos regarding the Legend of Korra for anybody that like knows Avatar. So there's a lot of fun things coming up there as well as obviously we've started a Minecraft series here on this channel, and that is pathetic amounts of experience. So things are looking up. I have a lot more free time again, and I'll be spending a lot of that on YouTube. And because it's fun, but also because specifically this channel is very, very close to being able to be monetized again. And while it's not going to make me a lot of money, it's like $4 or $5 a month at most, probably. I do think that it will help a little bit, right? I mean, every dollar is a dollar, and on like a yearly basis, that might be like $100, and that's like a month or a month and a half of groceries, maybe even 2 months of groceries, depending on how expensive your groceries are in any given month, right? So on a yearly basis, it does alleviate some financial stress to get some income from this whole YouTube thing. So I'm going to enable ads when I can, but that also then enables me to turn on channel memberships and super chats. They're called super chats, right, on YouTube? I think so. For live streams, mostly for live streams, really. So those will be enabled. I mean, super chats don't really have any benefit to them other than giving the YouTuber or the streamer money. I'm still thinking about what the benefits will be regarding the membership plan, right? Because what pricing do we want to have those? What benefits will they be able to give you guys in case anybody is interested in becoming a channel member and supporting me more directly in that way. And also, anybody that is watching this right now with YouTube Premium, I'm getting watch time from you, but I'm not getting income based on that watch time. Even if you have like YouTube Premium, the watch time is the payment method for that. It's a little bit weird if you're not like delving into it. But long story short, also be getting YouTube Red income. So if you have YouTube Red, nothing will change for you other than that some of that money will then go to me rather than only other YouTubers. So that being said, I wonder how many of you guys actually do have, it's not YouTube Red anymore, it's YouTube Premium. I'm sorry. How many of you actually have YouTube Premium? Because I've been thinking about getting it myself because I don't very much like ads. Obviously, I watch a lot of YouTube. And I also, no matter how much YouTube you watch, YouTube Red is always going to benefit every single creator you watch more than an ad. Even if you watch, well, I don't know if this is exactly true, but I would say even if you watch 24/7, a lot of different channels, every single one of those views, unless it's like a 3-hour, all 3-hour videos, but generally speaking, every single one of those views is going to be worth more with YouTube Premium, monetarily speaking, than it is with an ad before it. So YouTube Premium users are, monetarily speaking, a lot more valuable, no matter what. Even if they only watch a little bit of your content, it's still more than an ad. It's always more than an ad. It's kind of ridiculous how big the difference is. It's like tenfold on a general viewer. So I'm very excited about that as well. So it doesn't even have to annoy people with ads. It's just income, which is a very, very good thing because obviously I've been complaining about like money-related issues for a while, and this is not going to fix it, but it's like a little bit of a side hustle, right? I've got a job, my own professional like things and income through that, but I've kind of started adopting a different perspective on how to make money because, and this is partly a societal issue, in my opinion anyway, and that is you don't take a lot of damage. And that is, we tend to think of income as I have a job and that gets me my income. And me being self-employed, I was like, okay, I have a job, I have a company, and that is my income. I do this with my company. But lately I've been thinking about why am I only doing like video editing and compositing? And well, sometimes I do go like shoot videos and like produce as well. But why am I limiting myself to that? I can do that, and in a time I don't have that, I can do YouTube. And maybe I can't do YouTube full time, but does that matter? Does it matter that it's not going to give you an income that is 100% of your total income? In my opinion, it doesn't. And I've also been thinking about like doing other kinds of things and how I could like, if you have like 10 very, very, very small businesses which all collectively make one income, that works. You see that on a very, very much larger scale with like people in the business world and investors and stuff. They have income from multiple different, well, usually things like stocks and stuff, right? they have a very wide portfolio. And I was thinking, why can't you do that in a smaller scale? Why can't you, if you need to make like $2,000 a month or something like that, right? Why do you need to make $2,000 a month on one specific kind of thing? You can definitely also make $200 a month per income, like variety. Does that make sense? So I've been thinking a little bit more about that kind of thing lately, and it in a way is inspiring me to do more. Like, obviously, like that other channel, it's because I like to do it. I like analyzing like narratives and story and visual storytelling mostly, but character development, all that kind of thing. I really like writing. And I started it because I liked it, but I also started it thinking, you know, I've got this gaming channel and I'm loving it and it's a lot of fun, and maybe over the next month or two that's gonna start making a little bit of money, and maybe over like the next year or two that'll evolve into being a decently okay source of a little extra income, a little bit of a side hustle. But maybe if I can start this other channel, maybe that can also grow into something which is decent. And then that, in combination with this channel, in combination with my like professional work, is what I like to call it now, because that is definitely the thing that's making me the most money at the moment, and probably for the foreseeable future. But all those things put together do make a pretty like good basis, and I'm trying to branch out into other things as well, and maybe like next month I'll have an idea of like, oh, I can do that. And it's not only like related to, let's switch out here. It's not only related to YouTube channels and making different kinds of things there, though a lot of my work, both professionally and like ambitiously, is that a word? Like the thing I'm doing now, I mean, it's all YouTube related. A lot of it is YouTube related, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that everything I do is still YouTube related in one way or another. If I can come up with something else, I will. I just don't know what that will be, because I really like just like being at home, working from home, and like producing the things I produce. So that's been something that's been going through my mind lately, and I don't know if this is... I'm always scared. Well, not scared, I'm always a little bit worried when talking about these kind of things online, because very, very quickly when you talk about like money and income, especially if I'm talking about money and income from the thing I'm doing right now, people on the internet do tend to think of that as a bad thing very quickly. Like, oh, you're making money of this? That's not okay. You should be doing it only because you love to do it. And I don't understand that thought process. Even so, I mean, okay, so I do understand the thought process a little bit, because the feeling is if you're making money on something, the main priority shifts from making good content and making sure that the viewers enjoy it to making money. And to a certain extent, you can see that with some YouTubers, right? I mean, everybody who ever takes a sponsorship for Raid Shadow Legends is definitely, I hear that they're offering quite a lot of money as well, but they're definitely sacrificing a little bit of quality and like consumer trust there in order to get a big paycheck. And it probably would be a sponsorship that I would not take, because it really annoys me whenever I see a video starting with Raid Shadow Legends. But think of it as in this way, right? And I'd like to hear you guys' opinion on this in the comment section below. But think of it in this way. If I, as a YouTuber, let's just call it what it is, at the moment you're making income from it, as a business owner, what purpose would it serve me to let the quality degrade? The only reason that I'm, well, not making money right now, but the only reason hypothetically that any YouTuber is making money, that's the time of day, is because his or her audience enjoys the content. So there is no such thing as quality going down in order to make more money, because if the quality goes down, people are gonna fucking leave, which then means you make less money. The way to make more money on YouTube is to make sure as many people as possible enjoy your content. I've been spending more time also in like SEO, search engine optimization, so that people can find my content a little bit better through Google, such as like the Mario series did very well there. The Mario 64 series before it died off did very well in search engines because there's probably just not a lot of, let's not go there yet. There's probably just not a lot of competition in Mario 64 search results, and then around the time I was starting that up, there was also a like news story about Mario 64 getting a fan-made PC port, which that then drove more search traffic, and that was a little bit of luck on my part. And the current Minecraft videos I'm making, you will notice that the title formatting is way different from anything I usually do. It's first the topic of the video with like some things capitalized, some things not capitalized, and then at the end the series name and the episode name. And then the thumbnails are also a little bit more like, they scream a little bit more at you. I am very much aware of that. The thumbnails are... I don't like calling them clickbait, because clickbait implies that you're clicking on something and getting something you weren't expecting, right? I like to call the thumbnails clickable. I think the thumbnails for the Minecraft series up until now have been, I already have one of you, have been a lot more clickable, which I honestly think is a good thing, because, and this comes back to my point, right? That might seem like a blatant Finian, a blatant attempt at advertising and desperation and growth, but look at it from this way, right? I honestly think, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing this after all these years, I honestly think that my content is at least somewhat enjoyable and watchable. I think that after years and years and years and years of doing this, I have developed a certain amount of skill in like just being entertaining and being fun to watch and to listen to, and I'm not entirely sure that I am, but you guys are still around and people are slowly like leeching into the channel more and more and more. So apparently I'm doing something right. Maybe not right enough because I'm not very big, but maybe that is not to do with the entertainment value of the videos, but more with the other things around the channel. So if I spend more time and energy into making sure my content can reach a bigger audience, I can then entertain more people. I can make more people happy. I know I'm not going to take away like your life's problems, but I am providing entertainment, and that is what entertainment is. It's a form of escapism. And if I can provide that to more people, I think that is a good thing. And on the other side, that always will get the YouTuber paid more as well. I think it's really a win-win, and then the advertisers obviously can advertise more to more people, so they also win. It's literally a win for everybody. So I don't understand what am I going to call you? I'm going to call you Gary. Do I already have a Gary? Do I have a Gary? Let me check. I have the spreadsheet here somewhere, I think. I think I do anyway. We're going to do this live because I don't feel like cutting. I think I still have the spreadsheet. I do not. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut for a moment here. We do not yet have a Gary, it seems. So anyway, that has been my rant for today. I do understand. I really understand that it feels a little bit icky once money gets involved. But I do think that it is important to keep in mind that yes, money is involved, and yes, that might shift priorities a little bit. But I think that in this very specific case anyway, and I think that is, as a business owner, a good thing to keep in mind at all times. But I think when you get into like entertainment and like personality-based businesses, like being a content creator, or a YouTuber, whatever you like to call it, an influencer, please don't refer to anybody as an influencer. If anybody ever refers to me as an influencer, I'll fucking murder your family. I won't. Don't take that as a threat. I won't. Maybe. So I think that making the people that either consume your product or consume your content, which in and of itself you could refer to as a product, I suppose. I think making them happy is the most important step. A happy customer is a paying customer, and in this case you guys aren't necessarily customers unless you are a member of the channel. When that gets enabled, I suppose you literally are a customer. But a happy customer is a payer customer, and in the case of like YouTube content, a happy viewer is a returning viewer. So why would you ever not make your viewers as happy as you can? They are not mutually exclusive, is the entire point I'm getting at. Making more money and making better content, actually, like, it's meritocracy, I think is the word, is where good content and good work and talented people get rewarded more than lazy people. Which is probably why I've been like at the bottom of the barrel for years, because I haven't really been putting much effort into the content other than just like record it and throw it up on YouTube and see what happens. That's not going to grow by itself. And I can talk about this for like days and days and days on end, like a long time. How I think growth on this platform will work and what my plans are regarding it. I guess we'll see, right? Because I've got the chance to get a Breloom. Would have been nice. I've got plans. I've got ideas about like what the channel, well, not necessarily what the channel needs, but what could benefit the channel. And let's just switch out and then run away. As far as like viewership and searchability and stuff goes. And maybe this is more something to talk about on a live stream, because you can go like very, very, very in depth with this kind of thing. And hopefully like a year from now, looking back on this video, did we already have a spiel? Did we already have a spiel? I don't think we did actually. Spiel? We didn't. I think I prefer a spiel over Athenian. Maybe I'll wait. That could be dangerous. Maybe I'll wait for spiel to be used until we're at a later point of the game, though. That seems like maybe a better idea. After this spiel, we're going to end up the episode, by the way, because I'm going to need to do a little bit of grinding, I feel like, and my camera is about to shut off anyway, if it hasn't already, that is. So it's been one of those episodes again, all right? I've been away for quite a while. Well, you guys haven't noticed that I'm what did I call the Pokemon Platinum one before? I think I called him Snowball. We're going to call you Snowball anyway. I've been away for quite a while. At least for my feeling, you guys haven't really noticed any difference in the amount of content. Snowballs, that's a different name. But coming back, I've been saying a lot of I'm aware. Let's not do that. Do I have anything to heal you? I do not. I don't think I do. How much HP do you have? 6. You're gonna die before we can get back to the Pokemon Center, aren't you? 1, 2, 3. Wait. That is really, really sad. Oh, the poisoning faded away. We're in Gen 4. We're in Gen 4. Poison doesn't kill outside the battle anymore. Thank you so much. That is amazing. But yeah, anyway, so after being away for so long, I do tend to like fall into this kind of commentary. And I honestly, when I watch other YouTubers talking about like backstage stuff, it's always really, really interesting to me. Maybe that is because I'm active on YouTube myself, but I feel like quite a few of you in some capacity also are. So maybe it's interesting to you guys as well. Or maybe you're not active on YouTube, but you do like to listen to me blabber on about my like ideas and strategies about the platform. Anyway, that's been this episode of Pokemon Through the Years. We caught a couple more Pokemon. Next episode, we're going to take on our rival Dominic with a almost full team. I'm going to either get rid of Gary or Snowball. I don't know which one yet. I think I might keep Gary on the team and keep Snowball in the backup for when we can grind her up to be a Walrein. Because Spheal isn't that good. Celio is decent, Walrein is actually good. And Gary is definitely more of a early game Pokemon. Finian and even Luminian, they're not that good. So next episode we're definitely going to have a Beedrill, I think, because everybody will probably be about level 10. I'll look up what the levels are for the upcoming battle, but I think everybody being around level 10, because we'll also be taking on the gym next episode, most likely. Maybe not quite. It'll be maybe yeah, maybe no, but it might be the same recording session nonetheless. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Pokemon in 30 years and dealing with my blood brain on about Pokemon, not Pokemon, YouTube. I'll see you all back next time. I'm a vlogger. You've been awesome. Bye.